Hello, I'm Christine. Welcome to Book Talk. Today we are discussing In the Afterlight by Alexandra Bracken. Hey! In the Afterlight is the third and final book in the Darkest Minds trilogy. For those of you who don't know, I absolutely love the Darkest Minds trilogy, so I was very excited. Very excited about In the Afterlight. If you haven't read the Darkest Minds yet and you don't know what it's about, I'll leave a link to my book talk right here so you can click that. But up in here, we're gonna be talking about the third book. The third and final book in the trilogy. So if you haven't read the Darkest Minds at all, just scoot away now. I'm not gonna spoil In the Afterlight yet. Bye-bye, Darkest Minds noobs. Bye. Okay, so now I figured I'd tell you my feels about In the Afterlight if you wanted to hear them before the spoilery part. This is kind of spoilery though. Feels spoil, but if you want to hear the feels, you could stay. Okay, so feels. I think In the Afterlight would come last for me. Darkest Minds is still my favorite. And Never Fade is my second favorite. And In the Afterlight is last in my book because it's really emotional and heavy and dense in comparison to The Darkest Minds, which is oodles of fun, and Never Fade, which is some fun but a lot of heaviness. And this is just all trying to fix things and emotions and angst. And I think Alex did a really great job of wrapping up everything at the end, because that's the thing with dystopians. This isn't exactly dystopian. It's more like apocalyptic, actually, because it takes place in our world now. If this happened, it's hard to wrap up a big storyline like this where the whole country is kind of in shambles, but she does it, and she does it really well, and I was really happy with how everything came together at the end. You learn everything you want to know, and it's wonderful. There's a really not much lightheartedness in this book. They're dealing with heavy crap. It's to be expected, but I miss the lightness. It was a great third book. I think I like it better than Champion as a third book. I'm trying to think of trilogies. Almost all of them I've had a problem with the third book and how it wrapped things up. But In the Afterlight's got you covered. It's like 1,000,000 pages. 527 pages. Alex gets everything in. If you haven't read In the Afterlight yet, now you should leave. Okay? Because now I'm actually going to spoil the plot. Go read the book and come back so we can discuss it. Bye! Oh, it's so beautiful. I've come around to love the cover of this one. I love the banana. And I love how there's a banana joke in the book. She draws it on the helmet and she's like, does this just look like a white banana? I loved how much information we got about everything and how it was wrapped up. But at the same time, In the Afterlight is the only book that I feel like I felt the length in. And I think it's because we were in the same place for so long. In the other two books, we kind of go all over Jabib. And in the Afterlight, most of it, we're at headquarters. We're just in there, confined, and there's nothing we can do. It's frustrating, and Ruby's frustrated, and they don't know what's going on. And it gets to you. It got to me. I'm reading and I'm like, oh god, I just want to get out of here. I'm so annoyed with Liam and Ruby. Ruby and Liam's relationship in the Afterlight drive me crazy. I was like, oh, I cannot stand Ruby not communicating and Liam not communicating. They were kind of together in the beginning, but they weren't communicating, and it's just so frustrating to see two characters do that. Just freaking talk to each other, okay? Oh, I just what? Because at first, Liam was trying to talk to Ruby, but because Ruby was not talking to him, he was like, fine, I'm not gonna talk to you either. I love my Liam and Ruby moments, and all the Liam and Ruby moments in here were so frustrating. I just wanted to slap them both. We see a lot of Ruby and Cole in the Afterlight, and I just picture Liam feeling really bad, being excluded while his brother and his girlfriend just go off on their own all the time. Oh, it just got to the point where I was like, Ruby, stop hanging out with Cole so much. Why can't you include Liam? I felt so bad for Liam. And Cole ends up dying. Were you guys emotionally hurt by Cole's dying? Because I think I was so kind of frustrated with Cole. Because of all this Liam shit, I didn't cry. I was just like, fuck you, Clancy. It's no one ever learns their lesson with Clancy. The kid should have been shot 1,000,000 years ago. I mean, we needed him in ways, yes. But just, in the beginning, Ruby and Cole were taking Clancy in the car. I was just so nervous because you never know what the F Clancy's gonna do to F everything up. And we always just trust that we can handle him, but we can't. And when they drugged him and they got to Lodi and they left him in the car, we go through these chapters of just not hearing about them going back up to get him. And I was like, did they forget about Clancy? Is he going to escape now? He didn't escape, but I was so worried. I am always anxious about stupid fucking Clancy. And I was so anxious when Cole would go by himself to freaking feed Clancy. I just, why would you ever trust that? Why? And then Ruby and the stupid sleepwalking Clancy He fucked everything up again. Why didn't we kill him a million years ago? Why didn't we kill him as soon as we got the intel? In the end, I guess it's kind of worse than just being killed. His worst nightmare has come to fruition. He's alive, he's powerless, he's back in the spotlight with his mommy. And then, oh yeah, and then Ruby wipes his memory so he has a clean slate. Yeah, it's the higher road. I just wanted someone to take the low road for once and kill him. When his mom shot him, I was like, yeah! It was stressful at the end when they were trying to make those rules that your parents choose for you if you're under 18 to get the operation, and then you have to live in a community for the rest of your life if you don't get the operation. What the hell is that? But we fixed it. It's okay. Right? Wait, we fixed it, right? I don't know. Chubbs said something, and, like, they're gonna fix it. The end was really, really nice when they got into, like, a Black Betty sort of vehicle and drove off, and it was really, really cute. I love the way Ruby and Vita's relationship has blossomed by the end of this book. I love when they finally talk that whole zoo thing out. Vita kind of breaks down, and it was really, really nice. I love how they always look to each other when they need a partner in crime. The return of Zoo! That was such an emotional part for me. I love the reunions. Then we have the interview section. I love the part with Zoo's interview. I think that's one of my favorite parts of the book. I knew she was gonna talk. We had seen Vita talking to Zoo about talking. They ask her the first question and she writes the answer, and then they ask her the next question and she speaks. And then hearing her answer all the questions was just an emotional, wonderful mess of emotions. And I love the part when Vita's dyeing her hair and she does a strip in Zoo's hair. They have like a girl talk session and oh, it's so cute. The Liam and Ruby parts where they were kind of together in that closet and they were together in his bed and she then found the note. The note, it was so frustrating when she found the note. Like, Ruby! I couldn't stand her reactions to things. She just kind of shut down and block out Liam instead of being like, Liam, this note, let's talk about it. Or, oh, well, it makes sense that he did this note just in case anything ever happens. Like, why can't he have a note just in case? Oh, I hated that fight that Ruby and Liam had in, like, the stairway. And Ruby was like, don't wait up. And Liam was like, maybe I won't. 90% of the book was like, ugh, Liam, why you ignore me, Ruby? Ugh, because I protect you. But, like, darling, Vita and Chubbs, right? Did we call that in Never Fade? Kat just reread Never Fade, and she pointed out a line where Vita said something alluding to the fact that Chubbs was gay. She must have been busting his chops or something because they get together. They have such a nice back and forth. Then we have Nico, who I think is actually gay. He might have been in love with Clancy. Couldn't help but think of Nico from Percy Jackson. A lot of similarities between these two characters. Like, they're one in my mind. Brooding when you first meet them. They've kind of messed up and been mean, but then in the end, their character develops more and we learn to love them. I really love the last scene with Nico and Clancy when the soldiers are coming in and Ruby's in there and Nico's like, why do you always F everything up? Like, we try to help you and you just ruin everything for the people like you who are trying to help you and blah, blah, blah. It was just so true. It was like, more for you, Nico. You go, Nico. And then Ruby, like, locks him in a cage, right? When she did that, I was like, they all just evacuated. Why are you leaving him in there? How's he gonna get out? Then we've got the Cole-Liam relationship throughout this book. The brothers! They had such an angry relationship. That scene right when they were getting the cars to drive to Lodi and Cole insisted he take an SUV when Liam said an SUV is more likely to flip. I was just like, what? Just Cole? Come on! This is frustrating! Why do you have to be so bossy to Liam? And then he takes it. What do you know? They get in an accident and the car flips. And I was just like, fucking Cole, When their car does roll with Liam in it, Cole jumps out of his car and makes the military vehicle that attacked them just explode. And no one in the Liam car, most of all Liam, puts two and two together that Cole is a red. I just really wanted him to know that Cole's a red, and they just don't talk about it till the very end, right before Cole dies. I think that would have helped their relationship. And then throughout the whole thing, Cole is an asshole to Liam. He's always putting him down. Liam is trying to deal with this humiliation. He's always being put down in front of all the kids and his girlfriend, and he makes some snarky remarks and chuckles behind Cole's back, but then Cole just kicks him off the team. It's just, poor Liam. This is just a book of everyone kicking Liam around. He's just a little puppy. Stop it. He's not a little puppy. He's a really smart puppy who can get things done. You just have to trust the puppy. But they kept kicking him. We captured Clancy's mom in this book. I don't like her. I don't, there's something about, maybe it's the politician-ness of her. She put me on edge, just like Clancy puts me on edge. You never know with her. We get Kate back. I really love the reunion with Kate at the end. The whole end, I had lots of tears. When Ruby sees her grandma, love that part. And her parents, and when she like unknotted their mind, I love that she really figured out how her power works. She knows what to look for and how to unknot the mind with Sam. I haven't read Sparks Rise yet, but I read the first page and it was from Sam's point of view, and I feel like it had something to do with those dead greens that Ruby saw on the internet, and she's like, those kids are from Thurmond. I know that girl Ashley. Going back to Thurmond, I love the full circleness of everything, how we started at Thurmond with Ruby and we ended at Thurmond with Ruby, and Ruby getting back at the Psy Guards while she was in Thurmond again, you know, when they picked on Sam and she made the guy piss his pants. It was wonderful to see her go back there, so powerful, so in control. It was just like the ultimate, yeah, oh, in your face, bitches. I mean, she did get captured and she was kind of tortured and they broke her leg and that wasn't good. But in the end, she came out on top. She was the one to bring Thurmond down, and it was beautiful. I'm really excited for Alex's next series now. I can't believe this is the end.
This is the end of The Darkest Minds as we know it.
I'd love to hear your thoughts, your favorite parts. I'm Christine. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Bye!